Okay, everything's in and working, tested. Bathtub's all caulked right now. All the seams are done, and the fittings, the valves and the drain, everything's caulked. Instructions on the silicone caulk say to allow at least 24 hours for a full cure. That'll be about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'll wait till tomorrow evening to take my first shower, just to allow plenty of time for the seal or the caulk to cure. You can see how things turned out. Everything aligns really nicely. I went with brushed nickel finish, which really looks sharp. One other thing I point out to you is on the right side wall, you notice it doesn't go up to the full 8 feet. It's a short wall, and the reason for that is to allow air from my heat vent to go over the top of the tub to cover the far side of the bathroom here. If I have a 8-foot wall here, the air would simply come straight out this way, and I'd have a big dead spot in the main part of the bathroom. So that's why I went with the short wall. It's supported at this end by a L bracket I made. The L bracket is secured to the floor joist above. The blue chalk line marks the floor joist. And this whole thing, it is rock solid and perfectly plumb. It's not going anywhere. Let's see, I'm going to show you how that green plate on the valve aligned on the other side. But first, you'll recall the valve, there's a green mounting plate on the front of it, and that had to flush up with the back of the surround. But the back of the surround is inset from the face of the studs, so I had to make a 2x4 cross member support for the valve and take into account the valve depth and the width of the plate so that the plate would flush up with the back. So I'll show you how that turned out. See if I can get a picture of this. Kind of hard for me to see what I'm filming here, but there you go. There's the green plate right there. You can see, I made this cross member here and mounted the valve to it and got the cross member positioned so that plate flushes up just perfectly with the surround. So that went really well. Next phase of the project, what I'm going to work on next, I'm going to get this plumbing, the drain line, hot and cold, stubbed out perpendicular. And then I'll just stub it out and cap it. And then I'm going to seal up this floor right here. There's also a big crack all the way along. It's open to the crawl space. And I'll fill all this from underneath with the foam, expanding foam insulation. And we'll get all this tightened, sealed up before it gets much cooler. And then I'm going to pull off this project and I'm going to go work on modifications to my heating and cooling system. And I'll make a whole another set of videos on that project once I get going on it. But it looks like all the heavy lifting is done now. The part of the project that had me concerned the most was getting the shower done, and it looks like we got it.